I cannot stress enough on the importance of having a term insurance in your life. You can invest in stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, fixed deposits, public provident policies, but I strongly believe that one should have a term insurance with him or her before he or she invests in other asset classes. But this video is not about that. Once you have decided to buy a term insurance, there are several factors that you should need to consider before you eventually decide who to buy the insurance from. So in this video, I will take you through some of the basic and most important factors that you should always bear in mind if you're planning to buy a term insurance. So let's start. So there are several insurers in the market right now, be it the private space or the government space. We have players like HDFC, ICICI, Max Life Insurance, even LIC for that matter. So it becomes important to understand the major factors that are going to drive your decision of buying a term insurance. The first and probably the most important point is you should look at the claim settlement ratio of all these insurers. Now by claim settlement ratio, I mean the number of claims that these insurance companies settled, that is approved, divided by the total claims that these companies received. This would give you a fair idea of the amount of general claims that these companies are settling or approving. That's point number one. Point number two on similar lines would be to look at this ratio for high value order items as well. So whenever there are cases where the customers are requesting for a claim which is a high order value, then you should look at this particular ratio, which would mean the order value approved divided by the total claim order value. This will give you an approximate view of the claim settlement ratio both for low ticket items as well as the high ticket items. Now understand this, a higher claim settlement ratio would eventually mean that the company is honoring more and more claims, which would in general be a good idea for you to decide a term insurance partner. The third point is that you should look for insurers who do not have poor financials. For example, their debt to equity ratio should not be too high, their overall solvency should not be too low, and you should overall do a fundamental analysis of the financials of the insurer that you're planning to buy the insurance from. The next point is you should always make proper disclosures at the time of buying the policy. You might want to make sure that these disclosures have a proper written trail mail. So you might want to send them over a mail so that everything is on paper and recorded. The final point is, if you have any existing policies, do remember to highlight that as well to your insurers. This will make sure that your additional top-up cover that you receive from your insurance provider is going to be in line with what your existing policies are. Over and above that, one should always try to get a term insurance as early as possible in their lives. And this brings me back to my original point of getting a term insurance before investing in any other asset classes. Here is the reason for this. The earlier you get a term insurance, the cheaper is it going to be, because the duration of your term insurance will go up. Hence, your overall yearly premiums are going to go down. And the biggest advantage here is that once you buy a term insurance, your premium value gets locked, which means that throughout the tenure of the agreement, your premium value is going to be fixed and cannot be altered in any situations whatsoever. It might also make sense for you to compare the premiums that are being offered by the different insurance players in the market. Often it has been observed that the premiums that are offered in the market have a huge difference versus one another. So it does make sense to compare the premiums as well. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope that I was able to clearly tell you the importance of term insurance in one's lives. Do subscribe to Finance Lens and I'll see you the next time.